My God, you guys are so groovy, man. Holy moly. Okay, all you people, come on in, sit down. We're going to get spiritual. Hi, good morning, everyone. How's everybody? Yeah, good? Awesome. And welcome to our service for Sunday, June 4th, 2023. And greetings to our online family. We feel your presence in this room and in our hearts. We would love to support your spiritual path, so please reach out to us in person or online. So, reframing our thoughts has the power to change us. Even saying that we connect with God suggests that we are somehow separate from our own divinity. Unity's third principle states, we are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. We alone choose what we let go of, and we alone choose what we make room for. Today, let's take a truthful look at what we say we want and how our actual thoughts line up with that. As we welcome back our beloved friend, Tracy Brown, say it with me, it's a miracle. Really? Let's try that again. It's a miracle. Woo! Okay, that's much better. So for those of you who don't know sweetheart Tracy Brown, she is an active leader and popular speaker throughout the New Thought movement. Her book, Stained Glass Spirit, Becoming a Spiritual Community with Oneness, where oneness does not require sameness, and we have copies in the fireside room, is specifically focused on creating a foundation for inclusion in spiritual communities. She has practiced and taught New Thought spirituality for more than 35 years, beginning at Unity Dallas in 1986. And within Unity, she has been featured in the publication Gems of Wisdom. Currently affiliated with the Centers for Spiritual Living, Tracy is a licensed practitioner, and her biggest focus is guiding people in the practical and consistent application of spiritual principle in daily life. Within CSL, she is the recipient of both the Ernest Holmes Award and an honorary doctorate. Welcome. Okay, so now let's welcome Gail Gonzalez, Curtis Bringle, Jeff Stocky, and Bruce Wayne as we sing our welcome song.
a miracle.
Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Yeah. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my health, Spirit. Thank you for my health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. My radiant, my radiant, my radiant health. Yes, thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. Thank you for my life, Spirit. Thank you for my life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. My glorious, my glorious, my glorious life. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Oh, thank you for this day, Spirit. I want to thank you, I want to thank you for this day, Spirit. Every day I say, thank you for this day.
Good morning. Please join me as we affirm our statement of faith. Together, there's only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good, omnipotent. And now let us unite our spirits as we hold this vision for our church. Together, we are an open-hearted spiritual community, powerfully transforming our world by honoring the sacred in all. And we practice this mission together. Inspired by our shared spiritual awakening, we offer practical teachings that empower healthy, abundant, and meaningful living. Today's daily word reading is release. The affirmation is, regular releasing helps me in the flow of life. Regular releasing keeps me in the flow of life. I've been changing as long as I've been alive and will continue to evolve as long as I live. I make room for the person I'm becoming through releasing, which is an important part of my spiritual practice. Just as I would not fill my closet with clothes that no longer fit, I do not fill my life with beliefs and ideas that no longer reflect who I am and who I'm becoming. Regular releasing creates space in my life for new things to come in. It's my way of remaining open to possibility, of welcoming new opportunities, and of keeping myself in the flow of life. Releasing is also a powerful way to live my faith. I trust I'm moving in the right direction, and I release items from my past easily and with gratitude for the role they played in my life. From Psalm 51:10, create in me a clean heart, O God, and put a new and right spirit within me. Amen. Now with our gathering prayer with Janet Cobb.
20 years ago, when I was studying to become a licensed teacher, the person at Unity School in charge of prayer studies wrote a prayer called the Grace Prayer. I've lived with this prayer off and on for these 20 plus years. She said the Grace Prayer is based on the teachings of Jesus Christ that were expressed in the Garden of Gethsemane and on the cross. These teachings emphasize states of consciousness that must be transformed by the activity of God's grace. The prayer could also be called the surrender prayer. Its purpose is to bring you into total surrender to the power of God within to heal and transform consciousness into the awareness of Christ's consciousness. For thee I thirst. Into thy hands I commit my spirit. And here you can add, into thy hands I commit my soul, my body, my life, my brain, my health, or any other problem you're ready to release at this moment. Thy will is my will. Thy will be done through me. Heal me at depth. Reveal that which needs to be revealed. Heal that which needs to be healed. So I can glorify you, God, and live in the fullness of grace. It is finished.
Every tear, every doubt, every time you've fallen down, when you're hurting, feeling shame, when you're dumbing all your pain, when you've lost your way and feel so far away, you're not, you're beautifully broken, and you can feel whole again. Even a million scars doesn't change whose you are. You're worthy, beautifully broken. Every fear of being loved for who you are, no matter what. When you're tumbling with each step and you're haunted by regret, and your discloses in, just listen. You're beautifully broken, and you can feel all again. Even a million scars doesn't change whose you are. You're worthy, beautifully broken. You think that you're broken, beautifully broken. You feel like you're broken. Oh, the God who made the stars is the God who made your heart, and she's holding you right now. God can heal the broken parts and make beauty from the scars. The scars, beautiful scars. You think that you're broken, but you're really whole within. Even a million scars doesn't change whose you are. You're worthy. Oh, you're beautifully broken, and you can feel whole again. Even a million stars doesn't change whose you are. You're worthy, yeah. Beautifully broken, you can hold
Wow. That would be a wow. Could you say wow with me? Wow. How often is it that in our lives we feel not beautifully broken, just broken, right? We're broken, and we forget that it's beautifully broken, that there is wholeness still there or happening, and we're moving toward it. But all we see and all we feel is that we are broken and broken. And in some ways, I think if you're anything like me, you get addicted, just a little addicted to this idea of being disappointed with life. You get addicted to the false truth that there is discord that you can't handle or you can't change. You might be a little addicted to the belief that no matter how good things are right this minute, disaster is on its way. Disaster is looking for me, and I need to hide from it because we know it's coming sooner or later. It must be, because isn't that the human experience? Disappointment, discord, and disaster. And we begin to believe that we're broken. So my question for you is this one. Do you want to be healed? I'm not convinced. Oh, yeah, Tracy, yes, it would be nice to be healed. Yes, I know that's the answer you want. Of course, I'm supposed to want to be healed. But let me ask you again, and maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to convince me. Do you do you want to be healed? Oh. Did you realize that you have the power within you already to be healed? In fact, you are healed at the essential nature of who you are. There's really nothing to heal, only the truth to reveal. It's one of my favorite Ernest Holmes quotes. There's nothing to heal, only truth to reveal. Because the truth that is already within each one of us is whole. It is the perfection of our soul seeking to express. It is complete and able to operate from the infinite intelligence and wisdom that from which it was created. If we would simply open ourselves and look beyond the brokenness to find the beauty, right? That beauty is there. And anything that seems to block its path is temporary, probably humanly imagined or created, which means it is not the permanent expression of who we are. Does any of that resonate with you in any way whatsoever? Or is it just me imagining that there really is a truth? There is a truth that has been created within each one of us that is always seeking to express. And it's my job to not only know that, but to remember it, to apply it, and to remind myself as often as I need to that really it's all good, or whatever is happening is the opportunity to lead toward good. Everything is good, or it's leading to good. Now, I really work at remembering this. no matter what's going on. I really recognize that I'm the only one who can heal any imbalance or any belief that is not in alignment with the truth. You could tell me about it, but I have to believe it. And when I believe it, then what happens is that it cannot be denied. So Raymond Charles Barker, and you can read it with me as I'm reading silently or out loud. When the subconscious mind accepts an idea, the inner creative power works to bring it to completion. Read the last part of this out loud because I need you to hear yourself say it. Whether you are consciously thinking about it or not. Whether you are consciously thinking about it or not. If the first part has happened, if you have so convinced your subconscious mind of a thing, then the inner creative power is working constantly to bring that to completion. So if you have convinced your subconscious mind that you're an idiot, nothing ever works out for you, the universe, the human world, the earth, countries will always be at war. Cancer must happen to 1 out of every 3 people. If you have believed that at such a level that your subconscious knows it to be true, then the intelligence of the universe is working to deliver what your subconscious says is the truth. And you don't have to be thinking about it at all. So when the pandemic comes along, and there is a subconscious belief that, oh my goodness, I've lost my job. And the subconscious belief is my job is the source of my supply. My job is what gives me money to buy food or have a place to live. Then if I am not consciously reprogramming my subconscious, it's working on that, well, you don't have a job, so you can't have any money, and the source of all your good is like gone, and your life is over. Yeah, just let's have your life be over. If my subconscious mind has been trained to believe that no matter what, I don't know how to do good relationships. Relationships, oh yeah, that's something I have trouble with. Ooh, I don't think I'll ever in my life have a relationship that's perfect for me. If you've convinced your subconscious mind of that and you are not consciously feeding it something new, then whether you're consciously thinking that you don't know how to be in a healthy relationship, your subconscious knows it. So the perfect person or the new neighbor who moves in down the street who could be a really good friend, right? Someone new you meet here at Unity of Wimberley and you kind of hit it off, but your subconscious is operating on, my life would be so much better if there were no people in it. I'm great. I'm perfect, whole, and complete. And I just don't do, like, friendships and relationships well. If that's what's in your subconscious mind, then Raymond Charles Barker reminds us that there is an inner creative power that is invisible, always working. It never takes a vacation. It is operating 24/7, 365 to deliver what you have chosen. And what you have chosen is what your subconscious mind believes and knows, unless you are consciously programming it with something new. No mistake that the theme for the daily word today and the daily word itself is release. Release. If you want to heal, or do you really want to be healed, then you must release all of the insane things that you have told yourself that are not the absolute truth, that are not the way that Spirit wants to express in you, as you, or through you. Release that. You can fill in the word. That crap, that bull, that what? Release it. It's not the truth. Don't look at me. I didn't say it. Like I'm getting this look like, was she getting ready to say a bad word? It's always good to have a physical representation of your conscious, right? Or of your consciousness. Maybe the best thing about being a parent, to have a little one, right, in your view. So some of you are familiar with Florence Scovel Shinn. Her most popular book is The Game of Life. And I love this quote. It reminds me, too. She asks the question, are you acting from motives of fear or motives of faith? Are you acting from motives that are based in fear? Or are you choosing what you do and say from a motivation that is so grounded in faith that the good must come? Watch your motives with all diligence, for out of your motives, are the issues of life. Out of your motives come the deliverance or the demonstration of what you believe and where you are coming from. So let's breathe that in. Think about the last week. Just random things that come to mind that happened to you, conversations that you had, where you focused your energy. Were you reflecting motives of fear or motives of faith? Were you grounded in fear, anxiety, anger, resentment, sadness, grief? Or were you motivated by or grounded in joy, peace, wisdom, beauty, wholeness? The pattern that we create is the pattern that then demonstrates in our conversations, in our experiences, even, well, truly, even in our problems, right? Whatever we are consistently thinking and wherever we are coming from demonstrates in our physical experience. And so, of course, this just mirrors perfectly with the Raymond Charles Barker quote. Like, am I coming from fear or am I coming from faith? Am I coming from a belief that things are not going to work out? Or am I coming from a belief that everything always works out for me? And that sounds really trite. And in fact, in some ways, that kind of cliche or that principle that sounds a little trite is one of the things that becomes a challenge for us, because we could start using it and saying those words so much without actually doing the work to make sure that we believe it and we behave from that it becomes spiritual bypass, or it becomes like an escape. It gives us a bad reputation because a lot of people think new thought philosophies and new thought spirituality is simply positive thinking. But it's not that. It is positive living. It is positive and spiritual living, but it is not just thinking a thought on the surface level. It requires us to believe it at such a depth that nothing that anyone can say or do, including ourselves, can block the goodness from happening. Now, we could take that laughter one of two ways. Yes, that's right. Isn't it great? Or laughing at you because you say the right thing, but you don't do it, right? Right, you adults, you're saying that stuff, but I know you don't really live your life that way. It's hilarious, you hypocrites, you. And both are true, right? There are times that we really operate from that place, from the deepest part of our soul. We operate in a way that we are literally living our lives from a place of clarity. We are just the best models of, what's the word I want to use? Of making conscious choices. And we operate in a way where we allow our curiosity of what good is going to happen next to lead us as we go through our everyday lives. There are times when we leave the pain journey or the painful journey of expecting and looking for disaster, right? And we begin operating from this place that is the peace or the evidence of peace because of clarity and choice and curiosity. I'm actually reflecting myself and thinking about how have I been doing in the last week or two around this. When have there been times when I have actually allowed disappointment or discord or disaster to drive my actions or the words that I speak? And when have I really been a role model for clarity and choice and curiosity? And so I can stand here in front of you and say, every one of you in the room, every one of you online, every one of us do both. You're not a bad person because you forget. Our job is to then catch ourselves in the forgetting and then remember or have someone else remind us and then step back into the center of a spiritually guided life. Because we are both human and divine. And so the human part is real, and the human part is not always bad. I love being human. But sometimes things happen that I react to, and my job is to then notice it and instead respond. and make a new choice. Can you think of a time when you've done that? Maybe you responded or reacted initially from anger or fear, or maybe you reacted from the sense of discord, or you were in the middle of it. How quickly did you get back to the truth is that all there is love. Everything in the Course of Miracles, it's everything is a love or a call for love. It's all love. And I get to choose how to show that love to others and to myself. This is my very favorite Florence Scovel Shinn quote, and I'm so glad you gave me an excuse to use it today. The law of preparation works both ways. If you prepare for what you fear or don't want, you begin to attract it. Now, if you are someone who has studied a lot about the law of attraction in the last 10, 15 years especially, then you know that we are always attracting. There is no way that we cannot attract. So the question is, what are you attracting? Well, you're attracting whatever you think about. You're attracting whatever you believe most deeply. You're attracting whatever you put the most energy into. You're attracting whatever it is that your mind, body, and soul are connecting with one another. And so it doesn't only work for what we might call the good stuff. If I am preparing for the worst will happen. Whatever I think is the worst, right? So of course, the worst might be a little bit of a strong term, but whatever I am preparing for, I am preparing for an amazing Unity of Wimberley potluck supper today. And my guess is most, if not all of you, every time you think of, oh, it's potluck Sunday coming up this week, you are preparing for the best potluck ever, that you're going to have good food and good company, and you're going to try out some food or dishes you may not ever have tasted before, but you know it's going to be good. You have an expectation. You are preparing your mind. You are preparing your tummy. You are preparing everything for it to be great. Take that preparation into this week. You have a meeting on Tuesday at noon. Prepare for it the same way you prepare for potluck Sunday. You have a negotiation coming up this week related to a contract or a lawsuit, or simply negotiating custody or time to meet with your friends. But you have a negotiation coming up, a conversation where you're negotiating something. Prepare for it the same way you prepare for potluck Sunday. It's going to be great. Everything always works out for my good. Potluck Sunday, you might be saying the food's going to be fabulous. For the negotiation, you might be thinking, I don't know how it's going to work out, but I know it's going to be great at the end. I'm going to get everything I want. I'm going to get what I need. Wow, it's so great. Because my guess is many times you're preparing for what you fear and what you don't want. Are we going to stop doing that this week? Let me ask you again. Do you want to be healed? Then remember, the law of preparation works in both ways, because you and God are a majority. If I go through this week remembering that Tracy and Spirit are a majority, that's all it takes. Tracy and God are the majority. And it doesn't matter who I come into contact with or what seems to be a mountain that I cannot climb. All I need is to be not using God as a superpower that's going to fly down from the sky and swoop me up and be a miracle that I can't imagine. Me and God, meaning the God that is within me, that knows what to do, when to do, how to do it, and why, that is always working for my best and highest good as I have defined it. This God and me are majority anywhere I show up. That's all it takes. So one last time, do you want to be healed? Do you want to be healed? Do you want to be healed? It is already done. So let's take this into meditation. You and God are a majority. Take a breath. Release anything that is out of alignment with this truth. And on the next breath, follow that breath through your entire body. Breathing away any tension, any place you find it. Breathe again. You and God are a majority. Repeat to yourself silently, God and I are a majority. And breathe. There's only one life. That life is God. God is perfect. God's life is my life now. Everywhere I go, everyone I speak to, everything I learn and engage in is the expression of God. I am the goodness of God. My life is the goodness of God. God and I, together, as one, are a majority. So this week, I simply allow myself to be healed from any and everything that is out of alignment with the perfection of spirit. I seek it. I accept it. I allow it. I am it. take a breath. And softly repeat aloud, I am ready to be healed. 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 And so it is. Amen.
Thank you, Tracy. Now, with grateful hearts, we put our abundance into action as we complete the sacred circle of giving and receiving. Let's take a moment to bring this truth into our hearts as we prepare our offerings and as our ushers come forward. We are a tithing church that supports our community and beyond in gratitude. To see where we send our gifts, please click on the Prosperity Consciousness page on our website. You can review and choose your payment option by scanning this QR code on the screen. And to our online family, if this message supports your spiritual growth, please consider making us a part of your abundance practice. We thank you for the gifts you have sent already and affirm the gifts you are sending now. And now let us offer this abundance of affirmations of abundance together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbirds singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the light of the dark black night. The dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Thank you.
With full hearts, let us bless these gifts together. We bless these gifts and the givers with our love and gratitude. Thank you. So it's somebody's birthday today. Raise your hand. Happy birthday. Stand up, Amanda. Hey. Happy birthday. We have cupcakes just for you. Okay, so before we start with our announcements, Aida wants to share some great information about our upcoming volunteer fair and appreciation Sunday, which is next Sunday. So,
good morning, beautiful people. When I look at everybody, I see love in this room. And, you know, love is at the heart of this church. And love in action is what makes our community so vibrant and so strong. Service is one of the ways that we show our love in action. We wouldn't be here without the love and support of everybody in this room who volunteers and pitches in. And I'm so grateful for that. So next Sunday, as Leah said, June 11th, as part of our Sunday service, we will be honoring all of our amazing volunteers here. And yes, there will be cake. So be sure to join us as we show our deep appreciation for each other and every person who has contributed to making Unity of Wimberley the thriving community that we are. After the service, we'll have a volunteer fair in the fireside room where representatives from each team will be available to share information and experiences about volunteering, and you'll have the opportunity to sign up, get involved, and get connected with our community. Also, the men's group and the Unity Women's group and the Wednesday book study group will also have a table so you can ask questions about how to get involved socially. If you're new to Unity, this is a great way to plug in and get connected. So I look forward to seeing everybody next Sunday, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for serving and loving this community. Thank you.
how lucky are we to have this woman? I know I'm lucky. I am very lucky. And today is Potluck Sunday, so please stay with us after the service and enjoy some lunch and some fellowship. We got plenty. Next Sunday, we will be joined by Reverend Sandra Von Gillengrab, and she hasn't told me what her talk title is, but it's going to be great. So we have some opportunities to grow. Wednesday book study is Unity and A Course in Miracles, and you can bring your lunch and have a good time with them from 11:30 to 1:30. It's a sweet group, and if you haven't joined already or you have time during the day, you might want to check it out. And you can also join the Kirtan meditation chanting group, which our beautiful Carly and our beautiful Armaya. They do a beautiful job, and if you hear them in the hallway, it's awesome. And let's see, a call to serve. We need some volunteer support in our YFM classroom, and some baby holders, and some toddler chasers. We only have one little one that eats crayons, so don't worry. Yeah, we could use some help there. So maybe one Sunday a month. It's not too bad. All right, so Crisis Bread Basket. Summer donations are on the slide here, and you can bring your donations here, or you can send a monetary gift to the address on the screen. So you can take a moment each Thursday to check in within by tuning in to Midday Reflections for a short moment of prayer, meditation, and contemplation. So we're available on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our church phone app. For prayer needs, care team needs, and ways to get involved, you can reach out to the email addresses on the screen, and you can check our website event page for all upcoming groups and events. And as a reminder, Janet Cobb will be here to pray with you after the service. And our prayer request box and our gratitude jar are on the fireside room. And do we probably need to go tell the kids that we're ready? We're usually in the back. We're up front. There we go. And if you're visiting today, please consider filling out a blue information card located on the front foyer table so we can welcome you properly. So, where are our rowdy children? I've been listening to them. I know they're there. Where's my Enzo? Okay, bring him. Bring him. Let's sing these crazy children. There they are.
You are light, you are light, you are light in this world. You are light, you are light, you are light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright.
Okay. Children and youth of unity, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you just the way you are. And that brings us to the close of our service. Please join us as we pray our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
I really